What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Killer Cam Friend coming back at you another Madden 24 banger. And if you are struggling on the offensive side of the ball, you need to watch this video. This is going to change the way that you play online Madden. You're going to get way more dubs if you guys check out this offensive scheme. I promise you are not going to regret it. Alright boys, so we're here in practice mode. We are in the Run Balanced playbook. Run Balanced playbook. I have a ton of people ask me in all these videos, what playbook are we in? Run Balanced playbook. If you guys are skipping ahead in the videos, you're not going to know that, but we're going to be going over a couple different formations today. The first of which is going to be doubles flex. We're going to go over gun doubles, or single back doubles, excuse me, briefly. But I think doubles flex is the much better formation. I'm going to set my audibles just like this, and we're going to do this a little bit quicker pace today. Basically, I'm going to show you what plays I like for certain coverages, how to set up those plays specifically, and we're going to break down the read progressions. We're going to try to speed these ebooks up a little bit. I still want to go into depth. I know people like the in-depth breakdowns, but we're going to try to do it a little bit quicker and get a little bit more advanced with the read progressions. I'm going to show you guys exactly what you guys need to be looking for versus certain things, yada, yada, yada. So my audibles are going to be set like this: PA double post, tight end post, halfback stretch, Z-spot, and for doubles it's going to be power alert bubble, halfback slash, halfback blunt dive, and PA sail. Double is going to be one of those formations we audible for. Run plays, a lot more. As you guys know, in the first video of the ebook that I went over, if you guys haven't watched that, go check out parts 1, 2, and 3 before you watch this video. It's going to help you out a ton. These are all the same personnel, 3 wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end. You can audible around to all these different formations that we're going to be going over in today's video and all the formations we went over in previous videos. So you're going to have a full offensive scheme when we are done with the ebook series, which will be in the next part, part 5. We're going to be concluding the 3-1-1 personnel, and then I'm going to go over 2-1-2 personnel briefly. But for this video, we don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to set my audibles just like this and just like this for gun doubles. Y-off trio, this is our main passing formation, and we audible to Y trips when we want to run the ball. Doubles flex is going to be the same thing to gun doubles. When we want to run the ball, we're going to audible to gun doubles, and our players aren't going to move very much. I'm going to come out in power O just to show you, in doubles flex, and when we audible to gun doubles, the same thing. Now if I audible over here to Y off trio, obviously my players are going to move, but when I audible from Y off trio to, say, Y trips, players barely move. So that is going to be the main thing right there. Your opponent might not even know you're audibling. They might just think you're basically coming out in a different play, which is really cool about these formations because they're basically the same formations, but instead of having 4 audibles at our disposal, we're going to have 8 because we have the run plays in the other formation, and that gives us a lot more flexibility in our play calling, which I think is super, super cool about this playbook. Now, the first passing play that we're going to go over is going to be a really, really good one. It is going to be tight end post. Now, I'm not going to go over the run plays super in depth. If you guys want to lab these run plays yourself in practice mode, you can, but they're all pretty self-explanatory. We have draw, we have dive, we have blunt dive, power O, stretch, and then we have the PA power or the power alert bubble. We have the HB dive, blunt dive, splash, pump draw. There are a lot of different run plays in this playbook, and they're all like right here, right next to each other, which I think is super, super cool as well. But the running flexibility, with the read and react AI this year, a lot of people like to run RPOs, but if you mix your runs up enough, you don't have to worry about that. So this is a super cool part about this playbook. But now let's break down some really high-level passing concepts that can win you a ton of games online. Sorry boys, I was talking a little bit too fast there. PA double post, what we're going to do basically right here against man coverage, we're going to block the running back. We're going to come back that right receiver right there. We're going to snap the ball. I'm going to try to buy as much time as possible. And we're going to go into instant replay, and I'm going to show you guys the read progressions. So when we snap the ball here, basically what we're looking for is, 1, does the corner route win on his break? He doesn't win on his break right there. Actually, he does. You could probably throw that. That's a pretty good break on that corner route. Corner routes are like 50-50 if they win on their breaks this year. Second thing we're going to be looking for is the tight end win on his break on the post route. Now, that actually got clamped. It's usually not going to get clamped. Post routes from the tight end are really, really good this year. You're going to have to trust me on that one. Our next read is going to be the drag route. Is the drag route open? It's pretty covered right there. And then our final read is going to be the comeback route, and it should be breaking just when everything else is completely clamped against man coverage right there. So we're going to set this play up just one more time. It's glitching out right now. I don't know why it does this in practice mode, but we're going to break this play down one more time. Bada boom, bada bing. I'm going to buy some time in the pocket. And let's see what got open right here. All right, so read number one, corner route. Does the corner route get open? No. Basically, when he gets bumped on the outside on this corner route like this, you know he's not going to get open. So corner route's not open. Obviously, that's not an option to throw. Read number two, tight end fries on this break. The tight end absolutely fries on this break. We would be able to throw that almost for a touchdown if we can wait long enough. Read number three, does the drag get open? The drag is, fairly open. If we wait a little bit long enough and there's meshing in the middle of the field, we might be able to throw that on the sideline for a nice little gain. But is the comeback open? And against man coverage, the answer is always going to be yes. The comeback is open. You can time these right. You can throw them perfectly against man coverage. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to throw each one of these balls, pass accuracy, where to place them against the man coverage, and I'm going to show you guys how to dominate with this game. All right, now that we have all of our read progressions down, we are going to just read this play from left to right, back to left, back to right, and we're going to see how this play develops against this man coverage. I'm going to take the first thing that's open. If the corner route's not open, I'm going to take the post. If the post isn't open, I'm going to take the drag. If the drag's not open, I'm going to take the comeback route. If you guys didn't watch my video on how to throw comeback routes, that is a very, very important part of this scheme, and you guys need to go check that video out. I posted, I think, last week. I'll leave the link down in the description, but this is one of the best routes in the game against both man and zone coverage, and you guys need to know how to throw it. So, let's go ahead and see right here. Is the corner route open? Nope. Post is open. We're going to be able to throw that over the middle for a nice little gain one more time. We're going to run this just one more time. We're going to see exactly what gets open against man coverage. It's usually going to be the tight end post. It is right there. We're able to complete that for a nice, easy gain of the middle. That's going to be something they have to user, but they're going to be too busy using either the corner route or the drag or the comeback route, and you should be able to throw that a lot of the time. Once they get the hang of you're running this play a lot against man coverage, that comeback route is going to be money. So this is my favorite setups against man coverage. Let's hop into some zone setups. So against the cover three, what we're going to do is we're going to streak square, or that outside receiver Pickens if you're on Xbox, and we're going to put our running back on a Texas route. If you don't have running back apprentice, then you can put him on an in route, a curl, or an out route. I like the Texas route because it gives us kind of a slant post over the middle, and with that outside receiver, you can either put him on a comeback, a curl, or leave him on that stock fade. I'm going to leave him on that stock fade for this. Now, basically what we're doing right here is we are going to read the left side of the field. Is that curl flat going to play that corner route? If the curl flat plays the corner route, then we're going to have one of our routes over the middle, and we should be able to throw those without any kind of hesitation. The streak, as you know, like at that last-ditch effort, we're just going to clear out the sidelines right there. So let's go ahead and run this play. We're going to see what gets open. I tried to buy as much time as possible. We're going to go ahead and hop into instant replay and see exactly what our read progression looks like here. So read number one is always going to be this corner route against zone coverage. If that's open just like this against a cover three or a cover four, it should be pretty much every single time unless they're making some kind of crazy adjustments or playing match coverage. Then we're going to be throwing this corner route every single time. Without hesitation, if you see it's zone coverage, you run this play, you throw the corner route. Other than that, we're going to see what their user does. If their user bites down to play this angle route, then we're going to have the post over the top, and vice versa. If they play the post, we're going to have the angle route underneath. So this is a really, really nice zone beating concept. And if we also see right here, this tight end post is getting over the top, and we could be able to throw that really, really late for a huge gain right there against the zone coverage as well. So this is one of my favorite cover 3 beating setups out of this play. Setup number 2 against cover 3, and this is going to be a one-play touchdown. Now, what I like to do right here is set this up just like this. This is exactly how I like to set this up. Now, you need a little bit of time for this tight end post to get over the top, but come back on Pickens, slant or curl from the slot, and then Texas route from the running back in the backfield. If you don't have a Texas route, you can have a curl flat combo on that side. So something like, I don't know why this does this in practice mode. It gets stuck all the time and I can't make hot routes. But again, you can do something like that. If you do have Hot Route Master or Running Back Apprentice, you can do either a Texas route or a table route or a ghost route. Also works really well to distract any kind of zones. If you think you have that over the top every time without the user playing it, you can block the running back, give yourself a little bit more time. But what we're going to do here is we're going to put him on a Texas and hopefully get enough time to be able to throw this post over the top. Am I going to be able to? I'm not going to be able to, but as you guys see, that post was getting wide open over the top. I'm going to set this up one more time and see if I can actually buy a little bit of time. I will block the running back this time just for the sake of this video. And obviously that was almost picked right there, but you guys saw in the last part of the video that this was getting open. It was getting open. It will get open. But the important thing to know is that you need to be running this to the wide side of the field. The post needs to be going to the wide side of the field or this is not going to work. So let's see if we can get this to work one more time. We're going to have to step up in the pocket here, and we're going to be able to throw this post over the top for an easy one-play score. Now, you're not going to get shed like that in-game, obviously, but this is a consistent one-play touchdown. I appreciate you guys watching. Usually I save the one-play scores for the end of the video, but I appreciate you viewers, guys. You're doing a lot of great for the channel, and again, you see easy touchdown against cover 3 almost every single time. So against the cover 4, we're going to do exactly the same things we're going to do against the cover 3 as far as that play goes. The cover 3 beater I just showed you is not going to work, but we're going to attack the sidelines and then high-low over the middle. That slant post or Texas post combo over the middle is really, really good against cover 3 and cover 4, so you don't have to worry about doing anything different right there. If they are in a cover 2, however, we're going to switch things up a little bit. And what I like to do against the cover 2 is run this to the wide side of the field. And what we're going to have to the wide side of the field is that fade route. Now, I like that fade route a lot against a cover 2. And the reason is that we're going to be able to stretch the field vertically and hopefully hit that fade over the top for a one-play score to Tyreek Hill. I don't know if we're going to have enough time, but we're going to try it. And this is really going to only work to the wide side of the field. You're going to have to streak your tight end up the middle to hopefully pull that deep half a little bit more inside to give you some room to throw that. As far as the rest of the play goes, you got to motion your running back out as well. You don't have to, but I like to do it. Put him on a streak route. That way we're going to pull that outside half on the left side to hopefully open up that corner route. One thing you can also do is you can put this outside receiver on an out route or a smoke screen. I really like the smoke screen as well. So let's go ahead and snap this play, see if I can buy a little bit of time. I was not able to buy a ton of time right there, but let's hop into instant replay and see exactly how this played out. So the first thing we're going to be looking for is the smoke screen. Is the smoke screen open? Smoke screen's pretty open right there. If we can pick up 5 yards really easy, let's do that. The corner route also got opened. We're going to see that corner route gets pretty open right there. You're going to be able to throw that over the top fairly easily. The streak route, hard pass lead inside. Maybe you can complete that, maybe you can't. The tight end is blanketed over the top because match coverage is on, I think, by default in practice mode. I'm actually going to turn that off right now because that is super, super important. We don't need that for hook matching. Most people aren't going to play with match on in-game anyways because match coverage is really, really bad in this year's game. It's good for some situations, really bad for others. But let's go ahead and hop back into a Tampa 2 and see what this looks like against non-matched zone coverage right here. And I did not mean to flip that play. Practice mode is going absolutely insane on me. Like I said, I'm trying to speed these videos up a little bit. So if we have to make this 2 parts, we will make this 2 parts. Let's go ahead and motion this guy out. Bada boom, bada bing. And we're going to see what happens right here. And what is different from the last play is we see that vert hook, or I think it's a mid read in the middle, did not pull or did not run with that that tight end going vertical. So we possibly have a pass lead up the middle right here for the tight end, right in the middle of the field right there. That is an easy completion. And we also have the fade to the outside if we can pass lead that to the right a little bit right here. So let's see if we can actually make one of these throws. Now that we know our read progression, if the smoke screen's there, we're going to take the smoke screen. Next thing we're going to look at is the corner route. And from there, we're going to look at the tight end and then the outside receiver. So let's go ahead and hop into this one more time. Easy completion down the middle of the field. Darren Waller for a huge gain against cover 2. Now, what a lot of people will do is put a middle third right there when they run cover 2. And in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to look for Tyreek Hill on the outside. And we're going to throw that just like this. In that soft pocket, we're going to make somebody miss and hopefully take that in for a 1-play touchdown. So we see there's a lot of ways to exploit cover 2 in a gun double set that spreads the field a lot like this. One thing I didn't throw was the corner route, but you guys saw on that first instant replay that was wide open too. So I absolutely love this play against cover 2. Let's hop into my next favorite play in this formation, which might be the best play in this form. So next thing we're going to talk about is the play PA double post. Alright boys, so we're picking up on this the next day. I had a little bit of problem with my recording. But anyways, I did make one change to the team. I switched out Jalen Hyatt for Megatron. He's going to be playing the slot right here, so we're going to be running the routes pretty much the same anyway. So the same speed with the team chems I had. It's not going to make a huge difference. But we're talking about the play PA double post right now. And against man coverage, you can either block the running back, put him on an out route, or you can put him on a Texas route. I do like the Texas route. I think Texas routes are really good this year. But let's go ahead and snap this ball. We're going to buy a little bit of time, and we're going to see what we can get open. And let's go ahead and hop into instant replay and see exactly what happened right there. All right, boys. So against man coverage, our #1 read is always going to be this weird, post corner route. This fries man coverage consistently. It really does. This play is so good against man coverage. You're going to be able to throw this to the sideline almost every single time for a completion. It is a little bit of a tough throw. You just have to make sure you get it to the outside, but once you get it down, you'll have it down. If you do have the running back Texas route, I would look for that next. And then the tight end drag, and then the post from this wide receiver. It's not really, it's like a crosser post kind of route. It's the same route from 4 verticals out of trips tight end. I'm sure you guys have seen that a million different times. But this is a really good route against man coverage. And on the backside, there are a couple different things you can do. We can keep that deep skinny post if we think they're running like cover 0. You can block the running back, or you can go comeback route, and then you can actually drag the tight end right here. So this is my second favorite setup against man coverage, and let's see if I can actually show you this throw right here. And we see that we're able to get to that to the outside, and we get the catch animation pretty much every single time. So this play is really good against man coverage, guys. I'll show you guys that setup one more time. I'm going to snap this. I'm going to show you guys like you can make this throw consistently. And see, that was a really easy sideline catch right there. So this play is really good against man coverage, but it's also maybe even better against zone. Let's hop into that right now. All right, boys, so against a cover 3 or a cover 4, what we're going to do right here is we're going to streak the tight end. That's it. We're just going to streak the tight end. This only applies when this solo side receiver on the right side of the screen is to the short side of the field. So when we're on the right hash, we're going to be able to do it like this. And the reason for that is Waller's going to pull any kind of outside third on the right side downfield far enough for us to have an angle to throw this corner route right here. And as we see, we're able to get over the top, and it was wide open. I just didn't have a whole lot of time right there. But you guys can see that it was wide open. We're going to try that one more time. Buy a little bit of time right here. and that got picked off. Obviously, it was wide open, though. I'm going to showcase this just one more time, see if I can actually get the blocking down. And I'm going to show you guys the rest of the read progressions right here. I should probably be stepping up in the pocket instead. And we're going to go ahead and go down and hop into instant replay. Alright, so I know I said we're going to be looking for this corner route pretty much every single time. The post corner from Tyreek Hill right here. But my number one read against zone coverage is going to be this seam streak from the tight end. Right there, you can maybe throw it right there. It's a little bit of a sketchy ball, though. The only problem is that to the wide side of the field, this gets a little bit more open to the short side of the field. This corner route is going to pull that outside third inside far enough to where you're going to be able to make this throw on the outside really easy, but the seam streak isn't quite as open. But we see that Tyreek Hill, you can pass lead that almost straight up field, honestly, and you'd be able to get about 40 yards on that play. So this does take a little bit longer to develop, but it's a really, really good route. And then also, we have this coming open over the backside on the middle of the field as well. So you can also pass lead this down right into about this, 35 or 25 yard line area, and you'd be able to complete that as well. If you can wait long enough, you can also get him on the sideline for a really big gain. So this play against cover 3 and cover 4 is exactly how we're going to set it up and how we're going to read it. So to the wide side of the field, what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and put our running back on a streak. We're going to motion him out. For the rest of the play, we're going to go ahead and do this right here. That way we have the corner route from Tyreek Hill, a streak from the slot from our running back, and then we have Waller on that little inverted, weird drag right there. Then we have a corner route on the left side of the field, and Pickens on the streak to clear out any kind of deep zone on that left side of the field. Now, if you don't have a slot apprentice, what you can do is you can do something like this. This is something that I also like against zone coverage quite a bit. You go ahead and smart route that. That way on the backside, you have, you have the streak to pull any kind of deep zone on that right side. You have Waller on the seam streak as well. If you want, you can put him on a flat route if you feel a little bit more comfortable with that. We can actually do this just for the sake of the video. So this is another one of my favorite setups against zone coverage, but again, that just like that. If we do have slot apprentice, and if we don't, or if we want to mix it up a little bit, we can do this just like that. So we're going to go ahead and snap this one because I know everybody isn't running slot apprentice. So we're going to go ahead and see how this works. And again, I'm showing this throw on the sideline right there, and it was wide open. But we can set this up one more time, and I'll go through the actual read progression. This time we'll switch it up to the corner route. And right here, what we're going to do is we're going to be reading the seams. Seam's not open, corner route is open, other corner route is open, the drag is open underneath, and then of course we have the routes to pull any kind of zone. So we got really good protection right there. Let's hop into instant replay and see exactly what that looked like. So number one read right here, if they're running like any kind of zone drops, you're not going to get this bump from the slot right here from Bo Jackson. So you'd be able to throw this seam. You can honestly probably still throw it right upfield, like pass lead right almost to the inside. For that inside third. Our second read is going to be this corner route from Tyreek, really deep corner route, very, very open against zone coverage. And this is against the cover 3 or cover 4 again. And then we're going to look for the corner route on the left side. If the corner route on the left side isn't open, then we're going to dump it down to our drag. So we're going to go running back, outside receiver on the right side. We're going to go slot receiver on the left side, then tight end. And if nothing else is open, I guess you can chuck up a streak to George Pickens right there. I really wouldn't recommend it. At that point, you probably take the throwaway or your yards. So this is one of my favorite setups against zone coverage as well. I'm going to show you guys one more thing you can do against zone coverage in this play. So I'm going to go ahead, and if you don't want the if you don't have slot apprentice, this is also a really nice zone beating concept right here. Basically, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to have a slot from our slot is going to be on a streak on that left side, and then we're going to have a comeback route from Pickens. And then we're going to read comeback drag as the high-low for the flood on that left side. And the comeback is going to be open. We're going to be able to throw that easily for a first down. So if you guys don't have slot apprentice, this is also another really good way to be able to flood that sideline without having to have any kind of corner routes or anything like that coming from that right side. So let's go ahead and hop into our setups against cover 2, and then we're getting to our final play. All right, boys, so the alignment's kind of weird here against cover 2, but against cover 2, honestly, once they get hit with this once, they're probably never going to run cover 2 on you again. So all we're going to do right here is streak our slot receiver. And you can lead the play action, you can keep the play action, really whatever you want to do. But we're going to have 2 almost touchdowns right here. Let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Right there, as you see, we did have Pickens from the outside for a touchdown. Let's go ahead and hop into instant replay. I tried to throw it there last second. But this streak is going to clear out this deep half. Pickens wide open for 1-play touchdown right there. And we also had Tyreek Hill on the sideline for like 30, 40 yards. So this play is really good against both man and zone coverage. This is one of my favorite plays in this entire playbook, and I think it's super underutilized. Let's show you guys this one more time. We'll keep the play action, and this time I'll show you guys how easily you can hit Tyreek Hill on the sideline right there for a big gain. So with this right here, we're going to look for either the corner route or the post. You can look for the drag underneath if nothing else is open. And also, if you want to distract the user, I like smart routed in routes quite a bit. That way you have a little bit deeper of an option over the middle of the field. And you also have something to distract the user to hopefully help you get that post over the top. Right there, it is going to get over the top. And we actually threw it a little bit too early because the pressure was coming, but we're still able to complete that for a touchdown. So we're going to talk about the play Z-spot right now. And really against man and zone coverage, I like to set this up almost exactly the same way. The only difference is that if you want against man coverage, you can put this guy on a zig route. That's really the only difference right here. Against man coverage, we're going to see something really cool if we can buy enough time. And yep, it happens right there. It happens pretty much every single time. If you guys noticed, that tight end got bumped, like he almost got a beat press animation from that middle linebacker spot. Now that happens pretty much every single time. I'm going to go ahead and showcase this one more time. And that makes a really easy throw on the sideline. Look how much separation he gets right there. Now I do have Darren Waller on a 25 theme team, so he does have 87 speed, I think, but either way, you would have got wide open. Look at this beat press animation. It's really good against man coverage, guys. Really good. So basically how we're going to read this play is we're going to read the tight end, then the running back, then the whip, and then the in route. I like to read right to left here. Now, if you notice the whip wins instantly like it does right there, you'll know right away if that whip's going to win. See right here, when he kind of stumbles and bites to the inside, you get that animation a lot on whip routes, and you know that you're going to be able to throw that for a huge gain upfield. So you can look for that whip first, and then you can also look for the tight end corner route because it's really money against man coverage. And backside digs are also really good against man coverage too. You just have to know how to throw them consistently to keep them away from that defender. So against man coverage, again, set it up just like this. So against a cover 2, 3, or 4, we're going to just streak our outside receiver. We're going to snap the ball. This is the cover 2 right here, and we see that we easily get over the zone on that right side. That corner route is going to be open every single time, and then if you don't have time to wait for the corner route, what we can do is we can hit this backside in route in that nice little pocket. Right there, it didn't get to that nice little pocket. But the read progression is going to go exactly the same way. You're going to read the tight end, and right here the running back's open. So we're going to be able to take the running back for about 10 yards. This is against cloud flats. Against hard flats, I'll show you guys just real quick. We're going to go ahead and choose this play again, but against a cover 2 hard flat, you will be able to throw that backside in route against hard flats. And I'm using nickel over right here because, you know, nickel over, big nickel are very popular formations in the game. Casual players, these are probably the most popular formations in the game. So right now, backside in route hits a nice little pocket on that backside, and that's going to be against cover 2, 3, or 4. Cover 2 has more hook zones in the middle of the field, so it's a little bit tougher of a throw, but against cover 3 and cover 4, that throw is going to be a lot easier. Let's show you guys that right now. I've showed you guys a lot of cover 3, so let's go ahead and show you guys a cover 4 right here. Same concept. I'm going to try to buy a little bit of time. And I actually have match on right there, which is definitely affecting this play. So let's go ahead and turn match off. I don't know why when you hop into practice mode that match is automatically enabled. If you guys are labbing, just keep note of that match is going to be on automatically if you don't do that right there. And I have showed how to beat match coverage before. If you guys didn't know, running back wheel routes kill match coverage. Once they get about 20 yards upfield, the match just doesn't guard them anymore. So if you just have only a running back wheel route to one side of the field, that's how you beat match coverage. I don't have to do a whole video on it. Right here, I'm going to look, and we see that against cover 4, like pretty much everything's open. So same read progression. I'll hop into instant replay real quick. I don't want to waste too much time on this. Running back's wide open in the flat. Corner route's wide open on the sideline. The hitch is also wide open, and then the backside in route comes wide open later in the play. So this play is like really, really money against zone coverage and man coverage because we get that really nice beat press animation from that tight end corner route. This is one of my favorite plays in the game, guys, and you need to be utilizing it. Definitely have this play in your audibles because it is a go-to for sure. Let's briefly talk about the play whip ins. So the unique thing about this play whip ins is that we have a whip route from the tight end stock. The rest of this play is pretty good stock too. We have 2 different in routes going to different depths of the field, and then we have double whips on the from the slot and the tight end, which is super cool. What I like to do right here is put my running back on a streak and motion him out. That's going to clear out any kind of zones in the middle of the field and hopefully give us a little bit more room to throw those in routes late if we have to. So let's see if this gets open. The tight end whip fries his man coverage. We have a whole bunch of yards upfield, and that's why this play is so good. Now, this is not like the play from U-Trips. If you guys are familiar with that formation, you cannot smart route it. When you smart route it, it blocks the tight end. Same thing with that whip on the left side. When you smart route it, it turns into a hitch. So you don't have to put your running back on a streak. You can just snap the ball if you want here against man coverage. There's going to be a spy in the middle of the field though, but we see that like everything is burning its man coverage right here. Obviously that got knocked out because he's glowing orange right there. But again, I can showcase this just one more time. We can hop in instant replay and I'll show you guys how to read this play. But it's pretty obvious. We're going to read the whip routes and then we're going to read the in routes. So again, buy a little bit of time and look how much that is frying on that tight end whip route. That is a really, really good route, guys. And this is a really nice quick snap play. So let's hop in instant replay and see what this looks like. So we're going to read the tight end whip first. Tight end whip's wide open, then we look to the left side of the field. The slot whip's wide open, and then we look to the in routes, the shorter in route first. The shorter in route does get open right here, and you can honestly throw this in route too. You just have to pass lead it the right way. So this play is really, really good quick snap against man coverage. Let's show you guys what it looks like against zone. So I'm going to show you guys a cover 3 this time, and this is going to be the same thing against the cover 2, 3, or 4. Exact same setup. And basically we're going to look for these whips to pull any kind of curl flats or cloud flats to the left side of the field and give us an opening to throw in routes just like that to the middle of the field. That's why I like the running back, on a streak to pull any kind of deep zone in the middle of the field. That way we have a little bit more room to throw these. So I'll showcase that one more time. And we see that in route is coming wide open over the middle of the field. This is going to be the same thing against the cover 2, 3, or 4. This is really good at attacking the middle of the field, which is honestly really good in this year's game. The whip route on that left side got leverage on that outside corner. You're going to be able to throw that to the sideline, pick up about 10 yards. The backside in route does a really good job of getting open over the middle of the field as well. The short in route also gets open over the middle of the field, and so does this whip. So pretty much everything's open on this play. This is a really nice quick snap play against both man and zone coverage, and it's something, again, I definitely think that you should have in your audibles, or you should be coming out in this play to be able to quick snap if you need be. Alright boys, that's going to do it for today. If you haven't already, make sure you slam that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that noti bell so you're notified every time we put a video out just like this. We're going to have part 5 to our ebook, rounding out this run balanced offensive ebook.